First John chapter 5, verses 14 through 15 says, this is the confidence we have in approaching God, that if we ask according to his will, and that means anything according to his will, he hears us. And if we know that he hears us, whatever we ask, we know that we will have what we ask of him. And I think this is a great subject to talk about next on higher learning. We approach God with confidence because we act according to his will. And this is the key to our prayers being answered. We must understand that we operate in his will. And this is why our relationship with the Father is so important. We must take the time to learn of him and begin living a life that reflects the ways of the Father. Are we thriving to address his purpose? And yes, God gives us free will. But as we mature, we begin to comprehend the benefits of living according to his will. I've said it before. If he knows all, then why are we attempting to live a life outside the will of the Father? Our focus must be on remaining connected to God. And the beautiful part about this is the more we understand his will and the benefits that comes from it, the more we realize that we are better off when we live according to his plan and purpose. And greater our confidence will be in knowing that his way is the only way. It becomes a prodigal son moment where you look at your environment and come to yourself saying, I was better off with my father. Well, we are better off when our lives are according to our Father's will. We then desire the will of the Father. So our prayers will begin to line up with the will of the Father. And as those prayers are answered, we dive even deeper into this concept because we have witnessed the positive outcome. Think about it. If our desires is to live according to his will and we reap the benefits from doing so, why would we not continue? We act according to his will. He hears us. And because of our relationship with him, we know that he hears us. And we know that what we ask for, he will grant because it lines up with his will. He gives us the desires of our hearts to those who have delighted themselves in him. And because of that delight, we find ourselves meditating on his law day and night. We become like that tree that's planted by the rivers of water that yields its fruit in season. Our leaves never wither, and whatever we do prosper. This is the benefits of our connection with the Father. This is what happens when we delight in him. This is what happens when we ask anything according to his will. My brothers and sisters, this becomes personal. It becomes our reality. It becomes our way of operating in this crazy world. I like the way the Message Bible put it. It says, my purpose for writing this is simple, that you who believe in God's Son will know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you have eternal life, the reality and not the illusion, and how bold and free we then become in his presence, freely asking according to his will, sure that he is listening. And if we're confident that he's listening, we know that what we've asked for is as good as ours. So as we think about our connection with the Father, and we know that if we act according to his will, it will come to fruition. Then let's take the time to learn what his will is for our lives so that we can have this perfect, beautiful, ongoing life. A life that is pleasing to the Father and it brings joy to our hearts. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.
So, what are you reading?
Oh, it's my new book, Conception, One Man's Worldview. So far, folks seem to really like it. You can check it out. Just hit the QR code in the corner there and let me know what you think. That's Conception, One Man's Worldview. Thanks.